Los Angeles, California. We're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Hey there, friends! Welcome back to Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft. Once again joined by a man who has no pants or undies on and is currently stretching the skin of his nutsack over the tip of his boner. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey!
And beaming to us from the dungeon of Castle Grayskull, the skeletal dingleberry known as Shuddyboy.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, nice intro, Kevin.
Hey, thanks.
A lot of effort and time in it. I'm happy how it came together.
I've been working on that for exactly 7 days. Down to the second.
If I remember correctly, you had texted me earlier within the last 7 days that you were getting all these, you were putting ideas for the intro together from your dreams in your little notepad next to your bed.
I've been microdosing.
That's how hard you've been working on it.
Yeah, I've been microdosing LSD to unlock the hidden chambers of my brain to scrape out new intros of brain resin. Nope, that doesn't work. Sorry, everybody. I blew it all in the intro. It's all downhill from here. I was trying to make some sort of scraping resin out of my brain. It's been a very long time since I've scraped resin, though.
Me too. It's very nice to be in a situation, both financially and marijuana availability, that.
Yeah, that was like some thirsty teenage.
The bowl just gets like when I clean a bowl, the whole goal is to just get it clean to smoke out of, and it doesn't matter what happens to the resin.
Yeah, we're pot snobs now. Look at us, we've changed.
Yeah, you guys are.
But I think the last
still
time
smoke that resin. You just done that resin to me. Yeah, actually, and it's not a poverty thing. It's obviously not a lack of marijuana thing. I just like
you're just a degenerate.
Sometimes, yeah, like I'm a degenerate. I don't feel like going to the dispensary that night, and I really want to smoke. And then it just dawns on me. It's like, wait a second. Because I have a whole bunch of like keef in my grinder that I haven't dug into that in probably a year. And sometimes like I like to, get a bunch of resin and fucking sprinkle it with keef and just get like super high.
So you make your own little like resin booger balls. You just like scrape out some resin. It's almost like making hash.
Yep, exactly. I feel as though it is pretty much a form of hash. I mean,
we call this Long Beach hash.
I mean, to me, it's not a terrible
Jeffy
high.
Rocks.
And it's not, nice. Thank you, Shuddy. You do that much better than Kevin.
No,
rocks.
they're Uranus rocks.
I actually did scrape some resin out of my bowl a few minutes ago, or last night, and was bummed out by it. I was like, I should have saved that instead. Fuck that.
You were just in the mood for a resin hit?
Well, I don't think there's anything that wrong with it. I know the point you guys are making, and it is some junky shit. I understand.
It's not even that. It was something that I regularly did. Like it was like, okay, I'm out of weed and I'm low on cash. So the bowls are dirty. Let's scrape them out. Get every last bit of resin that we can salvage out of there before soaking it in alcohol and then cleaning it. So it's just something now that when I need to clean the bowl, I don't even think about scraping the resin because marijuana is never far from reach now.
Yeah, resin hits were always either an act of desperation or a salute, a tribute, if you will, to a fallen piece. Like if a piece dropped and broke on the ground, you'd, scrape the resin off the broken pieces, smoke that resin in a different pipe in its honor, and then, have a little funeral.
Yeah. I've never done that before, but I know the junkie move that you're talking about.
But I've never
Degenerate
just
move.
been like, you know what? I feel like smoking some resin tonight. Let me scrape the bowl.
It's not planned like that. It's always like, all right, if I run out of weed and I don't have anything to smoke and I don't have time to go get weed, I'll just clean my bowls, smoke the resin, smoke the keef, and it's like I kill several birds with one stone. I get my high for the night, I clean my bowls, I have fresh bowls moving forward, and then the next day I can go get new weed.
Like if you have weed and you still choose to do resin hits, that's like, you know what, I really want an IPA. I got a couple in the fridge, but I think I'm just going to go in the alley and dumpster dive and lick some empty beer cans.
Fuck you. You made that the worst possible version. Like
Maybe,
always. This is how
maybe
your brain
there's
works,
a quarter of a
scumbag.
40 sitting on the side of the curb outside the building
Yeah.
from one of the homeless guys. Let me go get that.
I just picture Jeff sitting on his couch, shirtless. His happy trail is matted down with
you
like
are.
old cum. And
Yeah,
he's
you're
like,
picturing all this.
he's dildoing his ass for some reason, and then he's just like, oh, you know what? I need some resin.
Oh man, I like how you thought you made me sound like the weirdo there as you talked about your joke visualizing me dildoing my own ass naked on my couch. It's like you're like, oh, I just landed one on Jeff.
Yeah, take that, Jeff.
Take that. I'm visualizing you dildoing your asshole. You weirdo. Who dildos their own asshole?
Yeah, let's all laugh at how weird Jeff is.
Got me. Damn it. Too sharp for me,
Oh,
Kevin.
man. Hey, what's that you got there,
bullhead.
Shuddy?
Well, as you two have both received it already, but I received a package from Kwame of Oshido sauce, and I haven't opened it. It just came today.
During the Easter egg, right?
What?
Was it during the Easter egg?
No, that was a work package.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This came
Oh,
earlier
work
today.
package. Oh, that was
And I
just one
had
of my work He-Mans.
I had it set aside to do.
So I got a message from Kwame, and I think we've been saying the name of the product wrong.
Oh,
We have been. Son of a.
Yeah, because
thanks, Jeff.
I thought it was Shido, like the Shido pepper, but it's more on brand with Puminati branding.
Oshido.
Shido.
Oh,
I believe.
even better.
Now you can send me another message of correction, Kwame, if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was saying it's Oshido and not
Well,
Shido.
he didn't tell me. He didn't fucking send me a message. I think I'm outside the circle of trust.
Hey, either way, it's still delicious.
So it came with this postcard with a little thank you note on it. That's very
Nice.
cool.
Here's the thing about oh shitto. If that's how you say it, I think like I'm just hesitant to lean into that pronunciation unless I'm fully confident that's how you say it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it could be taken as like disrespectful.
Agreed. I never.
You miss
yeah.
with shit, you know.
By the way, Shuddy, you do have to refrigerate it after you open it.
Okay.
Because it actually is made. That's the chicken one, right?
It is the chicken one.
I do believe they're made with like actual chicken stuff. So once it's cracked, you gotta toss it in the fridge. Man,
Wait, did you get 2 jars or 1?
I got the chicken.
Nice.
I'm assuming it should be shaken.
Yeah.
now just
It's a little oily up top, but then when you mix it mixes fast and delicious.
drink it straight from the jar.
Yeah, no fucking mainline it.
I've actually been eating that stuff so much I don't get the hiccups anymore, and I don't think it really fucks up my fanny.
Yeah,
for-
you
I
have
like
to build
how
up
it smells.
like a mini tolerance to it.
A little bit,
Smells like it's got
if you're a weak cracker
really
like
good
me.
flavor. Is
Alright,
it
Shuddy's going in.
spicy?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
but not horrible.
But I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
I was just trying to decide how far I should fill the spoon.
Oh, you animal. That was almost a full spoonful.
That is really fucking good. It does have some heat though.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's going to keep coming. It'll get you a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's
then again,
fucking delicious.
Yeah.
It's got the heat is more behind the flavor than, there's some hot sauces where
Yeah, you just feel the sting.
The heat overpowers the flavor, but it's really fucking good.
Yeah, it's epic, right?
It's really fucking good. Since I've gotten more into eating hot things lately, so I'm real excited about that. But I can feel that I'm gonna have wicked fucking heartburn here probably in about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I can already feel my body's like, oh, this is not something you're supposed to have in you.
Kevin, don't you get heartburn? Do you eat your Oshido with some Tums?
No, it's weird. The stuff that tends to really get my heartburn is it's the weirdest shit. It's usually like bread. So sandwiches and subs and stuff will get me, and pastas. So like any sort of pasta, Italian food will fuck me up. Bread and sandwiches, and then OJ can get me too. The killer combo is spaghetti sauce and pasta, because those are two things that nuke me, and that'll usually punch me right in my asshole. I've never gotten heartburn from the Oshido sauce though, because
that's good news.
I started working it daily into my egg white omelets, because those things have zero fucking flavor. But you pour some of that stuff on there, and all of a sudden it actually tastes like something.
Are you still doing healthy stuff? Are you living a healthy life? I mean, you were just on vacation, which we got to talk about. I'm sure you had a bunch of cheat meals then.
Well, yeah, it was a cheat trip.
Let's not get too far away from this first.
Well, yeah, because we gotta give the plug.
Yeah, you definitely should go to oshido.com and order some of this.
Yeah, promo code Puminati on checkout, and you get a discount.
Oh, that's awesome too.
Yeah, I've gotten hit up by a bunch
off.
of people saying that they liked our pitch, ordered some, and tried it out, and they had the same reaction as Shuddy, like, holy shit.
And follow them on
awesome.
Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Oshido Sauce.
Yeah. Because not only is that sauce kick-ass, but Kwame's a good dude, too.
I have not had the pleasure of ever meeting Kwame, but the fact that he sent me one of these is a testament to the kind of person that he is and how he's friends with Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know why he's friends with Jeff.
That's like it seems that it just makes me feel like they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. But definitely order some, because holy shit, this is fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, you just ate the sauce. You didn't even put it on anything.
No, by itself, it's delicious. I wouldn't recommend eating the jar because it is fucking hot, but I can see how this can definitely be good on chicken. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, that stuff on rotisserie chicken especially, because I stop after I leave Jason's house, after we do the Jason Ellis show. I just stop by the California Chicken Cafe, and I usually get a salad. And if I'm feeling super hungry, I'll get some like a wing and a leg, and that stuff on that it'll make your head explode. It's fucking awesome.
That is so good.
Yeah, I tried it, like I said, in the Easter egg, I think, but I tried it on the McDonald's crispy sandwich, the one they didn't have a sauce on, and it was pretty sweet. So I mean, you could dip nuggets in there, and I mean, whatever. It's delicious. It honestly is, and it is. I didn't do as good a job selling and explaining it as you guys. It's a very like unique, different thing. Like I have a hard time like comparing it to other things. Like it's sweet. It's so shit out. You got to check it out.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm curious to see how that mixes with Shuddy's edible.
I would say that it's not a hot sauce for the sake of being a hot sauce. Like it's not trying to just bring spice to the dish. It's bringing other flavors and bringing more character. It's really fucking good.
Yeah, it's got more personality than hot sauce.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost doing it a disservice calling it a hot sauce. It almost functions like a dip. You can just fucking dunk anything in that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna just bathe in it later. I'm just gonna lather myself up.
I'm gonna go
Send
live
it
on
up.
Instagram and smother it on my tits.
Yeah, my brother's trying
When
to
I dildo
organize
my
some
ass.
sort of subscription, or like just how do we like get a main line into the factory where we always have oh shit in our house, because we're about to, or in our apartment, we're about to run out of like our fourth batch. I mean, it's 3 of us eating it daily, so it's not like, you know, we're gonna go through it fast, but it's delicious.
Yeah.
And Kwame's very appreciative of the shout out. So
It's not a shout out because he's one of our homies. It's a shout out because it is fucking deserved.
yeah, but just Venmo me, Kwame. I'm just kidding.
So yeah, I did just get back from a trip. Can't you tell by how tan I am?
You were bagging on your lighting earlier. I think it is good, but you do not look at all tan.
No.
But I feel like counter to that, on your Instagram, your stories that you uploaded or whatever social media I've seen from you recently, you did look like you have a tan. So what is it? Which is it?
I did spend a little bit of time outdoors. You know, we did a beach trip and mini golf. So there was some.
You, your mom, and your sis.
And my brother-in-law. So
right,
there was
double
4
date.
of us.
Double date.
He's got to come, right?
Son of a bitch.
Third wheel.
Well, there was gonna be 5 wheels. My grandma was supposed to stay because we're in the process. I don't know how deep into this I've gotten on the podcast, but my grandpa is, you know, his dementia is getting worse. He's turning 85 in 2 weeks, and he's had some pretty close calls lately, and he keeps fucking beating them. And all he's wanted to do is live in Florida, and it's all he talks about. And sometimes the dementia gets him, and he thinks he's at my mom's house, and he's at a nursing home in Jersey. So it finally got to the point where we were just like, let's give him Florida. Like, let's put him down there. He's loved it his whole life. He always wanted to retire to Florida, but he wanted to stay because my grandma didn't want to leave her friends in Jersey. So the family just flew down there to look at nursing homes and places because he needs a little bit of extra help on top of nursing home stuff. So some of my family from California, from San Diego was down there, and my grandma. And they found a really cool spot for him, and we got to like go take a peek at it and stuff. And everybody's just, ever since he found out, like, yes, we are moving you to Florida, his health has improved. He's put on weight. Like, his dementia has gotten a little bit better. It's so fucking crazy how it turned on a switch. Like, just the promise of him going to Florida has like taken years, shaved years off of his, you know, his age. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
That's like a wonderful story, actually.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I told you guys, there was a point where he got rushed to the hospital, and we were told he has a 50-50 chance of making it through the night. Like, either he beats this infection or he dies. That's what's happening tonight. And he was lucky enough to call the coin flip right, and he beat it, but he's still been, you know, in rough shape, and his memory's gotten pretty bad. But to see him turn around, he's fucking happy. He's always grinning ear to ear on the Zoom calls and stuff we do every weekend. So they've been trying to, you know, expedite this, because our last Zoom a week and a half ago, he thought he was supposed to be in Florida, and he thought he whiffed on scheduling everything. So he was like, oh, this is the worst mistake I've ever made in my life. I can't believe I didn't make a reservation. We had to keep talking him down. We're like, no, you didn't do anything. We're still making the arrangements. You're not going to Florida yet. You're still in Jersey, but it's coming. So my grandma was going to be there for this trip, but she feels like every day she's like, she did what she came to Florida for. They found them the spot. They got the ball rolling. So now she wanted to go back to Jersey to, you know, start packing up his stuff because, you know, every day counts. They want to get him down here ASAP. So she flew back. Like, my mom dropped her off at the airport and then drove to the airport I flew into and picked me up when I landed in Florida. But it was like, I haven't seen my mom in, you know, a year and a half. Last time I saw her was Christmas of 2019. Last time I saw my sister and my brother-in-law was February of 2020. Like, we just went snowboarding and stuff. So even though it was just a long weekend, it was fucking dope. And holy shit, you want to talk about cheat meals? I cheated everything. I ate so much candy, sweets. My sister, I'm barfing all over myself. She sent my mom a strawberry shortcake, almost like a Goldbelly style thing. And included in that was a box of strawberry shortcake cake bites. You know those cake pops they have at Starbucks?
Yeah.
It's almost like cake cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
A box of those, and we housed those motherfuckers. Like, holy shit.
So this wasn't junky sweets. This is luxury sweets. Where was this place from? Or where was this these sweets from?
It's got to be someplace in New York, because they live in New York City. So it was probably one of those fancy bakeries. But you know, we took my mom out for a nice dinner for Mother's Day, and holy shit! So the trip there, I had an early morning flight, and I wake up, I shower, double check all my shit, ready to go. I open up the Uber app, nobody would take me. I kept getting kicked from driver to driver to driver, and then the arrival time kept climbing, and then the time, because they went through all the drivers in my vicinity. And then, every driver was like, this person's 15 minutes away. This person's 20 minutes away. And I was like, oh. Even with my TSA pre-check, I am fucked right now. So I had to bail on Uber and drive myself to LAX and park in one of those goddamn terminal parking lots that cost like $1 million a day. So that royally fucked me.
Why were they not taking you?
I don't know. I don't know if they saw the destination and nobody wanted to go to LAX that early. But no one would accept my ride.
Dude, wait a minute. This is on the way to the airport, right?
Yeah, to leave L.A.
Dude, the Uber to the airport is fucked right now.
Really?
When I was flying back to upstate New York, they tried to charge me $150.
Go!
Yeah, I shopped around and I ended up getting a Lyft for $60. But my brother took the Uber back from when he landed, because I dropped them off at the airport. I flew the next day. And my brother flew back into town before I did, so he had to take an Uber. He didn't have a ride, and they charged him, I think it was $130.
Jesus. Wow. So the arm and the leg parking I paid for ended up saving me money.
Absolutely. For
Jesus.
future reference, I'm so offended by this price. You call me, I'll drive you to the airport. I mean, I have brothers, so I'm usually good with that, but Uber's out of the question, dude. It's too expensive.
Yeah. I feel like they would want to be getting back into business now that people are ready to go out and do things, and Uber probably took a big penis in the bunghole the past year.
Yeah, and also they probably just think when someone's ready to call their Uber to the airport, they're going to have so few options. They're going to bite the bullet and eat the fucking, that's what my brother was standing outside of LAX at 12, I think he landed at midnight or 1 a.m. And he's like, I'm
so
just not
really
going to get home. There's nothing I can do. So I had to, my flight out was at 7 a.m. So I was up at 5. I looked at it. It said $35. I was like, all right, cool. 15 minutes later, I go back in. It was $150. I was like, what the fuck?
Man.
What the fuck?
And you probably, Long Beach is closer to LAX than Studio City, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But it's a straight shot, obviously. The 405 is not too far away from my place, and there was no traffic. It wasn't rush hour. There was no reason for surge prices. They just were like, fuck you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're gonna find a cab in 20 minutes? What are you gonna do?
Isn't that fucking annoying? Remember when Uber first came out and it was like this? It was like a miracle. It was like the prices were dirt cheap. And tipping wasn't even allowed. You weren't even allowed to tip. Then they start doing surge pricing. Then the rates go up. And then they're just like, yeah, well, we're making so much money, we just don't want to part with any of it. So, yeah, you should probably tip our drivers so they can afford to eat and live.
Well, the thing with I think with Uber tipping was that Lyft always allowed tipping. And I know when I was doing it, I would take a Lyft. I drove for Lyft and Uber at the same time, like a lot of people do, and would choose if two rides came in at the same time. I'd always take the Lyft one because there was a possibility of being tipped.
Yeah, that's kind of how everything goes. Like everything starts out cool and then it gets lame. Like Tinder. Tinder was straight up a hookup app. It was like, here's an app, you post some pictures up. Anybody else that's horny, you just match up and you go and bone, and then you go on with your life. And then all of a sudden, every profile on there is like, I'm not here for hookups. I'm here for marriage. I know that this app is for something else, but fuck that. I never even got to use Tinder when that was the case. By the time I got on there, yeah, it was a full-blown dating app.
No fucking goes for you, huh?
Nope. No booty. But so when I finally get to LAX, it's now getting close to my flight time, and the terminal parking lot blocked off, completely full. I was like, oh shit. Now my heart's like beating out of my chest. And, they have a specific parking garage at every terminal. And I was like, all right, I'll just park at the next one and walk. And then that one was under construction and completely blocked off. And then the next two, there was no ramp to get to them from the departing area. Yipes! So I had to leave LAX, come back, and park at a previous one. And I get into the parking garage, I take the ticket, and I'm going through every level, completely full. And now I'm at the last ramp up goes to the roof, which is my last-ditch effort. And I'm like, it's either this or I am completely missing my flight. And there was like 3 parking spaces left, and I got one. And thank God for TSA pre-check, so I made it on. But I start sitting next. The 2 girls that sat next to me were like, I'd say, it's going to sound mean, but I'm trying to paint a picture here. Your typical LA bimbos. Like
Valley girls?
Kind of, yeah. But I'd say more like Calabasas girls, because they kept taking their masks off, and they had like those enormous injection duck lips. And the girl in the middle, I'm sitting in the window, and the girl in the middle keeps leaning over and just holds her phone out. She's like, and then the other girl, it's like, instinct. She just slides in, and they stick their duck lips out, and they start blowing kissies and wiggling their shoulders, and she's doing boomerangs. So the boomerang ends, and she takes a look at it, and it's playing. And, of course, I'm sitting there, so I'm looking over her shoulder, looking at the picture. And the girl in the aisle goes, cute. And the girl in the middle goes, let's do another one. X. Sticks the phone out, kissy face, shoulder wiggle, take the boomerang. Girl in the aisle looks at it. It's cute. Let's do another one. Boop. They did that double digits, maybe over 20 times. Played out exactly the same. Oh, cute. Let's do another one. Boink. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Smoochy face. It was the same.
Has the plane even pulled away from the terminal yet?
No. And I looked. I saw every attempt they took. It was the same fucking thing. They were no different. I don't know what the girl in the middle was going for, but they looked exactly the same in every fucking boomerang. Oh, cute. Let's do another one. Doink. So, flight lands in Florida. The second the plane touches down, masks off, phones out, off of airplane mode. Smoochy, smoochy, smoochy. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, that's cute. Let's do another one. 20 more. They did it again.
Did any of them ever get published?
I don't know. They had to have. But and like I remember looking down, I was like, yeah, that's your average blown out lip girl. And they had some filter on that made them look like completely different humans. I was like, whoa, this is some fucking Instagram witchcraft I'm witnessing right now.
Are you You didn't say anything, right?
No, I'm
You
a
didn't-
coward.
Is there a world? Is there a version of Kevin Kraft that says anything, makes any kind of joke, pickup attempt, a dickhead statement? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anything? Is there anything that you would have ever said in your life? Or do they just
I'd
you would
say
have always pussied out?
single Kevin with a couple of beers in him might have gone like one of two ways. Hey, do you want me to take that for you? Or you think you got the right one yet? And bust their balls.
Yeah, that's the way you.
Or
gotta
lean
go,
over
I
and
feel
be like, oh, that one looks like shit. Delete that one.
yeah, you gotta.
Don't post that.
That one
I
is
would
not
post
cute.
I think the only chance at success, whatever that success may be, is to troll them into just talk a little shit, like bust their balls.
Yeah.
I think
Neg
they
them a
could-
little bit.
Yeah, be like,
Yeah,
ooh, you
there's-
know what? That one could use more filters. It's not there yet.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think you should. I think you should do another one. Though.
Ooh, you're posting that? Eee.
Is that all you got? Come on.
I couldn't believe it, though, because I feel like she did settle for the last one. After like 20 attempts, she finally was like, okay, I agree. That one was Kayata. But then they landed and they need another one. Like, you can't tell from
because
the
they
inside of the
probably
plane.
posted the first one with the location tagged as LAX, and then wanted to post the second one tagging that they were in Florida now.
With the same face and, shoulder wiggle.
I'm sure
It
there
was
was
hysterical.
some little different nuance that you're just not qualified to pick up on.
Maybe. But, man,
Maybe
that was
they
a trip.
started the shoulder wiggle with a different shoulder when they landed.
You can tell they have it down to a science. It's what I imagine, like, if a director got multiple takes of Scorsese or De Niro. Like, these chicks were the De Niro of Instagram boomerangs.
Oh wow, that's high praise. And
Yeah.
this is their deer hunter.
Yeah.
Nice. Or their taxi driver.
It was wild, man. If I wasn't there to witness
so
it,
you land.
So,
you
yeah.
land, and now what?
I land. Yeah, and my mom picks me up. We went and got some food and stuff, and we hit our usual spots. We hit, when we got Joy and Jeff, we went to Guanabana's, which is one of my favorite restaurants. It's like a tiki bar theme, but it's just about all outdoors, and it's really lush and built up with vegetation and ferns and palm trees and stuff. So it looks super tropical, and they have tons of like tiki drinks and tropical drinks, and it's like it's a go-to. Like, we have to go there every time. And then we walked to this outdoor tiki bar in Jupiter called Square Grouper. We always hit that place. We hit our usual spots. And I don't know, it was just nice chilling with the family, relaxing a little bit, hitting the beach, not stressing out about work stuff or creative content. It was actually just, I did truly get to switch my brain off for the first time in a year and a half, which was pretty dope. We did some mini golfing, which I forget how fun mini golf is. I'm not very good at it. I actually was winning for the first half. This is how I always do with mini golf. I kill it for the first 9 holes, and then I just eat shit for the second 9. But we all managed to get a hole in one. My mom, I don't know what she was doing. She thought she had a driver or something. She whacked this fucking ball. There was one hole where there was like a creek, and there was one skinny little bridge of green, of like fake golf greens going over it with no barricade or it really was a skill shot to get it over that bridge. And she whacks this motherfucker, and it flies, hits a rock, flies up like 20 feet in the air, and gets lost in a palm tree somewhere.
I
was
love
like,
that.
That might be the first time in mini golf somebody should have yelled out "for," because she sent that thing.
So instead of going over the little bridge, she's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna put it over the water. I'm gonna drop it."
That seemed to be her and my sister's style. Like, me and Jeff were trying to just like putt with precision and like really aim for the hole and just give it the right amount of tap, not too soft, not too hard.
Yeah, even though this is mini golf, it's still a gentleman's game, ladies.
Exactly. The two of them, no practice swings, no getting their footing. They put the ball down and whack, like fucking, like Happy Gilmore. It was crazy.
Yeah, fucking pulls out a fucking 3-iron.
Yeah. Then they still each managed to get 1 hole in one.
Yeah.
My mom.
Well, they're going for him every hole.
I don't know what she was aiming for, but it ricocheted off like 2 rocks, the brick wall, and then hole in one. It was insane.
That would make me mad. But look, I mean, I suck at mini golf. I never win. Do you have any? Do you have soft serve ice cream after your mini golf? Every time I finish mini golf, I have soft serve ice cream.
You know what? We didn't.
Do you?
It was attached to it. They had an ice cream parlor, so it wasn't even soft serve. You could just get legit ice cream. But it was the day that Joy and Jeff were flying back, and we had to go straight from there to lunch, so we would have time to get them to the airport. So
I see.
Didn't have time to fit in ice cream. But when I got there, like, because there was one day where it was like before Joy and Jeff got there, and I asked my mom, I was like, do you have any old photo albums here at the house? And she dug out all these photo albums, and I found photo evidence of a few of my old stories that I took a whole bunch home with me to use my scanner here and just scan them and digitize them. So I'm going to slow drip some of those on my Instagram over the coming weeks. But I found a whole bunch of pictures of me doing karate with my karate trophies and shit.
How old were you?
I think I started when I was 4 or 5. I think my first year in Taekwondo was 86 or 87. And I did it for about 5 or 6 years. So I found that. And I also found... Do you remember the story when I wanted to be a dead zombie astronaut for Halloween? And that was the year of the Challenger explosion?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I found the picture of me in the costume.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was it cool? Like, was it how you remembered it, or did you look stupid?
Because I remember my mom trying to explain to me why it was inappropriate. And, I think I was 5. So it was like, that doesn't land with a 5-year-old. That was like 9/11 before 9/11. It was a national tragedy, and everybody was super fucked up from it. And she's like, you can't do that. That's still fresh in everybody's mind. And I'm like, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm a dead zombie astronaut. She's like, I know that's what you want, but that's not what people are going to see. It was too adult of a conversation for a 5-year-old to understand.
Sounds like too adult for me.
She painted me...
I side with you.
Yeah, that's how you know I was in the wrong. So her compromise was she painted me green, and she's like, okay, you're now an alien astronaut. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
All right. I remember the outcome of this, too. But, yeah, it was the 84 Challenger shit, right? Why Helen was rightfully not too pumped about you being a zombie astronaut.
Yeah, wrong year to pick that costume. Because when I was a little kid, I did want to be an astronaut. Like most little kids. Like, wait, there's a job where you just fucking go to outer space? Yeah, sign me up. That's how I want to make my living. There is no mention of, you need to be a genius and there's intense schooling and training involved. It's like, no, fuck that. I'm going to outer space. I guess it was 86. So I was 4. Yeah, that definitely wasn't going to register with me. But yeah, that was my trip.
The Challenger exploded in 86?
Yeah.
I thought it was 84.
No, 86.
Are you both looking at it and actually?
Yes.
Never mind. Okay, I believe you.
January 28th, 1986.
God damn it.
So Kevin was 4.
That's another pie piece that I just
Well, he
lost.
would have been 5 at Halloween in 86. I got it.
No. I was actually 3 when it happened. Wait.
No. Yes.
I was 3 when it happened,
No.
4 on Halloween of that year.
No, you were born
82.
in July of 82. Yeah, so you would have been 3, 4 of that year.
I side with 4-year-old Kevin. I don't think it's too soon. I mean, you're a fucking kid. What do you know? Helen's got to defend her would-be or dumbass 4-year-old for wanting to be a zombie astronaut. I mean, whatever.
I feel like people were more chill with like perceivingly tasteless shit in the 80s. But like, I'm pretty sure if in 2001 your kid went as like, you had two kids, one went as a plane, one went as a tower, people aren't going to like that when they open up the door to give you candy and you're like, look at the parent like, really? You fucking signed off on this shit?
I mean, a zombie astronaut is at least an attempt at a Halloween costume. That's not trolling in any way. I mean, didn't all the like the old political photos of blackface, those all happened in the 80s? At least you weren't doing blackface.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I went as Lenny Kravitz one year and didn't even do blackface. It was very progressive of me.
Yeah, very, very progressive. Damn it, what I would pay for you and little kid blackface as Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, those
I'd
pictures,
pay all the money.
Those pictures would have been set on fire.
Damn it.
But yeah, that was my trip. Yeah, I landed this morning, came straight home, and here we are doing MSPH. Right back into the swing of things.
How did you get home?
I drove. My car was fucking parked there.
Oh, that's right. I'm tripping. Yeah, I remember now.
So no hiccups, but I have the burps.
Gonna
be a little gassy.
Pretty stoned.
Yeah, so in the Easter egg, which
that's right.
I hope all of our listeners always stay tuned past the theme song and catch the Easter egg that we do every episode, especially this one, because this one was really fun. And Shuddyboy decided to test out a new edible. They look just like the trolley gummy worms, but it's a gummy worm that's 100 milligrams of THC. And Shuddy wanted to eat half of it and see how that hit him. And it seems like it's kicking in now. We've been recording for about an hour, and so we did an almost 20-minute Easter egg.
So that's about right.
Yeah, and I like to think of that mixing with your oh shitto sauce. So the stonedness and the fieriness.
Like my right here is on fire right now. Are you gonna poop? No. It's just, I think it's heartburn, or it's a big, stinky, peppery gas bubble waiting to erupt from one end or the other. And I hope it's not that. I'd rather burp it up than explosive diarrhea.
I hope it's the butt.
Ow!
Man, did you guys get to watch anything this past week?
I watched Creed and Creed 2.
Oh, I haven't seen Creed 2 yet, which is shocking to me because I really, really liked Creed. I thought Creed kicked ass.
Creed was awesome. Creed was great.
This one, not so much?
Creed 2 was good too, but the first part of the movie, he's a whiny little bitch, I think. And then he has to, kind of get knocked down to not be a whiny little bitch. But it was also very good. I enjoyed Sharon, and more importantly, Sharon enjoyed both of them.
Yeah, you got to keep the boss happy.
And I wanted to watch them because even though it gets shit on quite a bit, I love Rocky IV.
Who shits on it? There's nothing wrong with that.
Is that the one with Hulk Hogan?
No, that's 3. God damn it.
That's the one with Ivan Drago, with Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, dude. Where he's fucking carrying that log up the snowy mountain.
That train
fights him on Christmas.
Is one of the best training montages in the history of film.
I
He's
love
running,
Rocky.
when he's running and the KGB are following him, and then he just darts into the giant snowbank and starts running through the snow so they can't follow him. Oh, it's great. It's a great movie.
Yeah. No, I think Rocky, the first one, I think from the first date of Adrian and Rocky to Mickey making his pitch to be Rocky's manager for his heavyweight title fight is the best stretch of acting in any movie. It is peak acting. I love it. Love it. And I didn't I don't even count Creed or Creed 2 in the Rocky legacy, if that makes sense. I don't know. I thought Creed 1 was all right. I thought Creed 2 was kind of whack. But anyone that says Creed 1 or 2 is better than any of the first 4 Rocky movies is tripping. And I think Rocky 5 is underrated, actually.
I have not watched Rocky 5 in a very long time.
I think it's underrated.
I've only seen the first 2.
Well, you need to get back in the swing of things and watch Rocky 3 so you can see Hulk Hogan as Thunder Lips and then
Thunder Lips.
Mr. T as Clubber Lang.
I definitely want to see that. And which one's Drago? 4?
4. Yep.
Is Drago and Mr. T in the same one?
No, Hulk Hogan and Mr. T are in the same one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And who does he fight in 5? Is it like the Muppets?
Tommy the Machine Gun.
And who is that? Who
Rocky is told he can't fight. In Rocky 5, he's told he can't fight anymore because another head injury and he'll go blind.
Oh, they were on the CTE shit even back then.
If I remember correctly, it's like he'll lose his eyesight if he takes another wicked beating because Drago fucks him up. And so
it's a great point Kevin kind of made though on the slide. Yeah, that's right. People understood what punch drunk was and CTE way before the NFL theoretically invented it 5 years ago. It just became a thing for media to launch shit at the NFL about. But really, this has kind of been punch drunk, CTE. This shit has been around for a while. So yeah, Rocky caught all the dicks in the ass in Rocky 5. All of them, essentially. Adrian didn't die in Rocky 5, so he didn't catch that one, but fucking he got hit with some bad financial advice and got fucking completely just taken out financially. Was forced to retire from boxing because essentially he was punch drunk.
Bernie Madoff got him.
I think Paulie fucked him, right? Paulie made a couple sucker investments, and who else? He got fucked because of taxes. Yeah, Rocky wasn't very bright. He was never going to be good with his money.
Who invested all of my money in DeLoreans?
So then he starts training this kid, Tommy Gunn, who starts moving up the ranks and then gets lured away by somebody else and then starts calling Rocky out, and Rocky has to come out of retirement and put Tommy Gunn back in his place.
So because I feel like, they capitalized on the big star du jour when they made them. I mean, putting Hulk Hogan and Mr. T in a movie together seemed like capitalizing on the hot streak. Dolph Lundgren was it like Steve Guttenberg or Bobcat Goldthwait play Tommy Gunn?
No, it was a boxer named Tommy Morrison.
You said Bobcat Goldthwait.
Rocky, put me in.
God damn it. No, Tommy Morrison actually died of AIDS as well.
In 2013.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah. I feel like that was in the time when people started just living with it.
Yeah. There's almost
That's a bummer.
There's yeah, there's an HIV vaccine wagon that just drives around Long Beach.
Oh, shit. Hey, wait,
have you
come
seen
back.
this before? Maybe not in Long Beach, but have you seen? Fuck you. Have you seen one of these before?
No.
Oh,
No,
all right, never
I didn't
mind.
know that was a thing.
I think I've taken a picture of it before and uploaded it to an Instagram story. Maybe not.
So,
Maybe
Shuddy,
throwing
were
it on my
these your
ass.
first times watching Creed 1 and 2?
Yes, they were. They had not been previously viewed.
What were your dick scales on both of them?
How many creeds do you suck?
I would put Creed at 4 and Creed 2 at 3.5.
All right. That's not a steep drop off for a sequel.
No, and I mean the fighting sequences were phenomenal. Like that's where
I mean, Michael B. Jordan got legit knocked out, right? Because he was like, "Give me a real one." I think in the first Creed, like I want to
No.
like a real punch to like put me on the mat, and it ended up knocking him unconscious.
Nah, it was a choreography mistake, but it just like comes with the territory. Like they were laughing about it beforehand and afterwards because Rocky has done them. Everyone who's been on set and filmed one of those Rocky fight scenes has been knocked out by like.
Yeah, I believe
choreography
Dolph
gone wrong.
Lundgren caught Sylvester Stallone with a good shot in filming Rocky 4.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Damn.
the size difference between those two at that time was dramatic.
Yeah, and like Michael B. Yeah, and if you, because I mean it's choreography, they're throwing not a full on punch necessarily, but they're going full speed, and if you duck your head into it, so it's like a combination of you ducking your head into it and not bracing yourself for the punch. Just like Michael B. Jordan went limp. If everyone saw the video, like,
Yeah.
he was out.
Yeah.
Out.
Man. What about
Yeah,
you,
but
Jeff?
it's
You
like-
watch anything?
Yeah, I went to the movie theater.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Saturday, I think. I saw Spiral from the Book of Saw, the Chris Rock and
man.
Samuel L. Jackson movie.
That does not seem like a Jeff Clark movie.
Oh no, I did not really enjoy it very much.
Did you like
But-
the Saw movies?
No, I've only
So
seen
then-
one of them.
So then what? Just Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson, right? That
I
was
saw the one
draw for you?
with Carrie E.
Yeah.
Wells.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw with my homie Carrie E. Wells, and it was all right.
The first
and
Saw.
I saw the part of the second one. The older
Was the
I
second
get,
one with the pit of hypodermic needles?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think I made it to that scene. And if I did, I probably turned it off. I have the same reaction.
I
As you
feel
did,
like
or
everybody
as you
gets
do.
skeeved out about, like, that's the one everybody goes to. But I think the one for me, which I think was in Saw 3, maybe, like they had this dude in a contraption with his like hands and like his arms and legs in boxes, and there were pillars, like these spikes through his hands and through his feet. And like when the guy got to that dude who was like locked in there, they started turning, like click, 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 and it just kept twisting his arms around until a bone snapped and shot out of his arm. And it did it to both arms, both legs. So he's sitting there just crippled, like all the bones in his arms and legs are shattered. And then the box holding his head just starts going like click, click, click. And he's like, oh shit! And then it just completely fucking turns his head around. For me, that was the nastiest Saw trap out of all of them. But from what I heard about this new one, the Spiral, was the traps weren't all that gnarly.
I don't know. My brothers watched they did a Saw movie marathon in anticipation of this movie. They're really into
damn.
horror movies like you guys.
Yeah, I've seen all the Saw movies. I just haven't seen the new one.
Yeah.
I've seen up
So-
to 5, I think.
I didn't watch any of them outside of the first one, a little bit of the second. It's a little too gross for me. And the older I get, the less into it I become. Like, I don't know. Hostel was fine, but I couldn't really rewatch it. And I did a couple oh, what? Like in the theater, like what the fuck? I kind of yelled out when I shouldn't have.
Oh, don't go in there, Chris Rock.
Yeah. No, are you serious? One of those. And I wouldn't have went if, I just haven't been to a theater that much over the past, year or so. I went recently for some other movie. I'm spacing out on it, but I don't know. It was a Saturday night. I didn't have a reason to not go outside of not really wanting to see the movie. But I was like, fuck it. Let's give it a shot. And I love Chris Rock. Shuddy was on point with that. with that statement. Chris
He
Rock
was
and Samuel
excellent
Jackson.
in the last season of Fargo.
I mean, Chris Rock is awesome. I love Chris Rock.
Chris
He's one of my
Rock in a
favorite
more
stand-ups ever.
doing more serious roles. He's very good at it.
He does that. Like him and Adam Sandler both have like a serious role vibe about them, or like an ability that they have. Adam Sandler more so than Chris Rock necessarily, but I'm willing to give a movie a shot. Like Chris Rock in a serious role doesn't throw me off.
That movie they were both in together, though, did not.
Terrible. Absolutely.
That
maybe
comedy?
one of the worst movies. Well, yeah, maybe one of the worst movies ever. But
yeah, that was really
this
rough.
one, they let Chris Rock do his thing a little bit, and not all the jokes landed, but some of them were kind of funny. I can't really compare them to the other Saw movies. I feel like the kills are gross enough for me. They were fucking nasty, and it was essentially the story was about like a copycat of the Jigsaw killer. Apparently, Jigsaw was found and caught in one of these movies. About, I would assume, the last one.
No, I think he
Several
dies.
times.
He dies pretty early on in one of the earlier Saw movies. And then it kind of goes to copycats, I think, or like traps that he set up to activate in his death. Or he had like disciples. I mean, there's so many fucking Saw movies, and I've seen all of them. I can't even keep them straight.
Sure. So the whole shtick or agenda of this Jigsaw killer is that he's going after what he thinks or assumes are crooked cops. And it's cops that work with Chris Rock. And, you know, there's previous like drama with them inside the force, with Chris Rock's relationship with these cops, and Chris Rock's father, played by Samuel Jackson's the chief of police or former chief of police, and he has ties into corruption. And so the whole mystery is trying to figure out essentially who's doing the Jigsaw murders to these cops. It's pretty good. I mean, no, it wasn't that good, but my brothers who enjoy the Saw movies, I don't feel like they thought it was bad. And I would only suck like 1.5 dicks.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, just out of respect for Chris Rock and Samuel Jackson. And Chris Rock's partner in the movie, Chris Rock's character's partner in the movie, who is in Handmaid's Tale. What's that guy's name? You watch Handmaid's Tale, right, Shuddy?
Yes. Which one?
He works for the governor in the first season. Max Minghella. Probably butcher his name.
Okay.
He appears frequently with Carrie E. Wells.
He's a little guy, 5'9". I guess he's not that small. UK, who would have thought? I thought he was American. Anyways, I like this guy, Max Minghella. He did a pretty good job in the movie, but I only rate it 1.5 dicks.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a Jeff flick.
Did you see anything, Kevin?
No, not really. I was actually trying to work ahead of time to see if I could, because I usually stay up a little bit later than most of my family, and I was like, all right, maybe I can watch Army of the Dead in installments. And I was off by a week on the release date of that on Netflix. So I felt very stupid when I opened up Netflix and I was searching for it and couldn't find it, and then looked online. I was like, shit.
I thought I saw somewhere that it was supposed to come out May 14th. And then I saw somewhere else it was May 21st.
So they did a limited release in theaters. So some theaters did start showing it early. And then it hits Netflix, I guess, this Friday. So I was bummed about that. I couldn't watch that. There's actually a few things coming out that I'm looking forward to checking out this coming week.
Did you know that there's another G.I. Joe movie?
No.
Yeah. I just got a notification from IMDb.
Wait, is it out or are they starting to film it?
It's coming out on Friday.
What? On in theaters or on demand or streaming?
In theaters.
No shit.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah, G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes. It looks boring as hell. The trailer doesn't show a goddamn it's
Is anybody famous in it?
The girl from Ready or Not, Samara.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like
she
her.
plays Scarlett. But that's the only name that I recognized. But I didn't really look that deep into it.
The guy that directed Piranha and High Tension and Crawl, the fucking alligator or crocodile movie, he's got some new horror movie that just came out on Netflix that I'm going to try and watch before next week because I really like that guy. He did that movie Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer. I feel like everybody shits on that movie, but I've seen it like 3 or 4 times, and I think it's dope. But I always like to check that guy's movies out when they release, and that one snuck up on me. I didn't know that came out, but I did start watching the new and apparently final season of Castlevania on Netflix, which I've been obsessed with since it first came out, and it's just been phenomenal from start to finish. I only managed to watch 3 episodes while I was in Florida, but it's the best video game adaptation by far. It does Castlevania so fucking well. It sneaks in tons of little nods to the game and items and villains and creatures. It's
animated or no?
It is, yeah. It's like an American anime, but it's so fucking violent. It's awesome. Decent amount of nudity.
Could segue into some other animation talk after this, if you would like.
Oh, we definitely have to hit that because I know Jeff's got questions.
Oh yeah, I do.
What are you doing right now, Jeff?
I was going to take an Instagram. I'm trying to get more social. Is that the right way to put it?
Well, here's the tip. You have to blow kissy faces and wiggle your shoulders.
Like this.
But I almost... I
cute.
just had speaker view, so really the whole Instagram is just going to be your face smiling.
Oh, great.
So why don't you turn it to gallery view, and then you can get all 3 of us?
Yeah.
I just did that, Shuddy.
Not just me looking like Annie Lennox.
Me and Shuddy look like we're partying. Kevin, you look like you were working hard today on tax day.
You also shouldn't cover your face with the phone, Jeff, because then you're not in the picture.
You know what? You talked me out of this. Now I don't want to do it.
That's it. I'm no longer an influencer.
Yeah, it was just like that. I give up. I hate it. I hate social media. I hate everything that I just tried to do. And yeah, I couldn't even do it right.
Hey, no one likes a quitter, Jeff.
Nah, well, whatever.
Get some filters going. Toss some stickers in there.
Nah, fuck. Let's talk more about Castlevania.
Wiggle your shoulders. Well, that's it. I haven't finished it. Apparently, they're ending the main run of Castlevania. I don't know what's in store with the final episode, but from what I've seen, there's going to be a spin-off series that comes out of this. So, I'm stoked that there's going to be more of it. But Jesus Christ, I know anime isn't everybody's cup of tea, but man, does it kick ass! And I love the Castlevania video game series. I always have since I was a little kid. The music in it is awesome. The battles are cool. The monsters are sick. The voiceover acting is awesome. Tons of violence, tons of nudity. It's the best. It's perfect. But, Jeff, you had some questions for us in the Easter egg. And I believe Shuddyboy's got some answers.
I don't remember my question. I can't even beat around the bush. I got to be honest. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you saw He-Man. You saw He-Man trending on Twitter.
Yeah, that was my question. Essentially, is why was He-Man trending? And every time He-Man trends, does that increase the value of your collection? Do you see it as like money?
I mean, I guess in theory, it would increase the value. I haven't seen an increase in prices when I've been looking for stuff. But the reason it was trending is the other day they released the first animation stills for the Kevin Smith show that's releasing in July on Netflix. So that's why it was trending, because it was a big deal. And I am stoked. I am really happy with how they look, and I'm excited for it.
Were you hoping it would be... They would try and go with a retro feel for it and make it kind of look like the OG cartoon?
No, I had known that wasn't going to be the case because maybe a month ago, some prototype images of the figures where it's out on the internet. So I kind of knew what the action figures were going to look like. So it was going to be a similar style for the cartoon, which is done by the people, coincidentally, who do Castlevania.
Have they given anything on the age range of it? Because if they went full bore, like as hard as they did with Castlevania and He-Man's like chopping people in half.
So Netflix has 2 He-Man shows coming out. This one, which is like Kevin Smith is saying it's a sequel to the original show for the people who watched the original show when it aired. So this is an adult He-Man sequel to the 80s kids show. And then there's a He-Man that's going to be more like the She-Ra and the Princesses of Power cartoon geared towards children.
So they might have like tits and blood in this?
It tits maybe not, but I'm sure it will be fairly violent. And they posted the cast today. I saw it this morning.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
And it is fucking crazy.
It's stacked?
Stacked. Lena Headey.
Oh, Cersei?
Yep. Mark Hamill. Kevin Conroy. Liam
Batman.
Cunningham. So Sir Davos. Alicia Silverstone. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Wait a minute. It's taking a turn. We have Game of Thrones, and then we got Clueless and Buffy.
Henry Rollins, Diedrich Bader, Tony Todd,
Stephen Hetfield,
Justin Long, Harley Quinn Smith, Jason Mewes, Griffin Newman.
Wait, you said Tony Todd. Is that Candyman?
That sure is Candyman. He's playing Scareglow.
Oh my God, he's probably going to do a wonderful job.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, one of Dom's absolute favorites, is playing Tila, Dom's absolute favorite character.
Oh my God, Dom is probably still jerking off right now as we're recording this.
When I told him that, he said, my head just exploded.
I could see Dom holding on to his childhood crushes for a long time.
Wow, so this would be a good time for anybody who's curious. If you're a member of our Patreon, you know, Shuddy and Dom have been rewatching all of the classic He-Man episodes in order, right?
Yes, in order.
So it's done, you know, Mystery Science Theater / Supermarket Queefs style, where you play the audio podcast while you're watching the episode, and you get Shuddy and Dom's commentary. So you could get yourself all brushed up on He-Man lore and then watch the Kevin Smith one when it launches.
Which launches July 23rd, and I'm so excited for it.
Man, I don't know much about He-Man, but I got to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, the cast alone is worth at least watching for the curiosity of it.
So some of the toys you've been going after in your He-Man frenzy are the ones based on this upcoming series, right?
They are not released yet.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Shuddy, that's it. I'm taking out a second mortgage. We're building an extension on the house to start my He-Man museum.
Well, we are. Sharon and I did yesterday morning.
She called a family meeting?
We had a family meeting.
Wait, why is a priest here?
We made some new furniture decisions. I'm getting rid of some of the furniture in here in order to make room for new display cases.
We've sold all the children's beds.
It sounds like you called the meeting and did you put together a PowerPoint by chance?
No, we were talking. She's like, you need to get more display cases. I'm like, what we need to do is get rid of the entertainment center and do something alternative there. And then we did some window shopping on IKEA and picked out the furniture.
Oh my God.
She looked at me and very calmly said, the only rule I have is it does not go past these doorways. It all stays in the room that I'm currently in. It doesn't go anywhere else in the house.
Okay, so here's my proposal. Let's throw out all of your shit, and then we'll have room for more He-Man.
Yes,
She did ask. She did say that, this is an impressive collection. Can you start charging people to come look at it yet?
I mean, can you submit this to Guinness?
No, it's not anything like that.
I mean, if the record doesn't exist yet, you get to kick it off, and then somebody just beats you. Probably that dork you do in Shuddyboy's fucking news all the time on Patreon.
It's crazy that I've amassed all of this since mid-February.
My God. My God. When do the new toys go on sale?
No official release date yet, but it'll probably be sometime in July.
Yeah, it's got to be. They're running out of time. That's in almost 2 months from now that the show launches.
It seems, from the limited knowledge the knowledge that I'm picking up from following all of this, is that a major toy reset happens in the retailers in the beginning of July.
So if
that's
this show,
probably when,
if this show Shuddy is like a massive hit, and it just sparks an even bigger He-Man feeding frenzy, you, in theory, could be sitting on a gold mine right now. Would you capitalize on any of that?
Okay, so there are a few times that I have knowingly overpaid for something because that's the problem I have with eBay, is if it's getting near the end of the wire and I'm fighting with somebody for something.
Yeah.
I don't stop until I win, no matter, or at the beginning I was doing that. I've learned to just be like, no, don't be fucking stupid. But a lot of what I have is worth more to significantly more than what I've paid for it.
I tell you what, man, I feel like because I'm sure I have, I get goofed on for my apartment. I have a lot of stuff on display. Like I love my comic book pages, my original pages. I love them. I legit just sometimes just take a part of my day and just stare at them and try and look at all the details and stuff.
Every now and then Sharon will come into the room and I'm just standing in front of a case staring at it and just enjoying it.
So I know that feeling. I know what it feels like to amass a collection and the weird, misplaced sense of pride that comes with it and the happiness that just looking over your collection gives you. But if this stuff skyrockets, I feel like would you take the opportunity and maybe sell some of the items? Because I have had Walking Dead #1 since before the TV show even started, and I got it CGC graded. And I don't know if you can look at the registry. I don't think any copy has been graded at a 9.9 or a 10. And if there's maybe like one or two of them. 9.8, which is what mine is graded as, is the highest. And at the peak of Walking Dead's TV popularity, it was selling for like $10,000. And I looked at it last week, and they're selling for
$28.
$3,000. So it's dropped a lot. Would any of that matter to you? Do you think you could sell, even maybe just selling a couple to make room for the new ones that are going to come out?
Well, that's why we're getting more display cases, because I'm out of room currently.
Yeah, he's still investing.
So the kids' Netflix shows, I'm not keen on the toys, but so I have a representation in the collection. I'll pick up probably a He-Man and Skeletor just to have it, unless something drastic. The line for the Revelation figures is fucking awesome, and that's going to be the one I'll go into that, because I mean, in the haze of my vaccine after effects, I went through and I got it right over here is a complete encyclopedia of all of the He-Man toys in every line that was produced, prior to when the book was written. The book just came out, and I went through and made a list of everything from the vintage line that I don't own and what the current price is it's going for on eBay.
Wait, that's a list of the ones you don't own?
Yes.
I
Is
thought that was
a
going to be
notebook.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be the list of things you do own. Jesus Christ. How have you not caught them all yet?
Well, because what I did was the way I amassed a collection.
How is there more than this? What I'm looking at right now.
How I amassed the large collection so quickly is I bought all of the common figures, so they were very inexpensive and easy to get my hands on. A lot of this stuff, like there's some in here because I told Sharon that I was doing this, and she's like, "How much are some of them? What's the most expensive one you found so far?" And I said, "There are two that are around $2,000 if you can find them for sale." And she looked at me and very sternly said, "You are not doing that." And I said, "No, I'm not doing that ever."
But of course, I had my hand behind my back and my fingers crossed.
There are some things on here that will never be in my collection just because of the price point. But Friday after my vaccine, there was not much more that I could do. So I just referenced the book and eBay.
Before we get to your vaccine, I do have two quick follow-up questions.
Absolutely.
Has Sharon seen your collection and been like, is there something to this, and asked to sit down and watch an episode of He-Man with you?
No.
Is she planning on watching, or is she excited at all about the new Kevin Smith one coming out?
She seems better than lukewarm to the idea.
Okay, because this could be a turning point. If she watches the new He-Man thing and it's like, holy shit, I see what I've been missing. I get it now. And then there's two of you stuffing the house with He-Man shit. That could be dangerous.
No, Sharon is not a collector like I am. Like that's most. I have a lot of the crap in the house and in the garage is my crap because I just don't get rid of any. Not don't get rid of anything that makes me sound like a hoarder, but I don't part with things easily because that's how my mother is, and so. I don't think it's going to flip a switch where she needs to have her own He-Man collection. She might encourage me more or have more of an opinion on the figures I'm looking for.
You know what? Pull the trigger. Get the $2,000 ones.
Megator and Titus.
Have you ever gone to garage sales and tried to rummage through the old toys and see if anybody's selling them for like $2?
Well, since this all started in February, it hasn't really been garage sale season yet. We're just getting into that. So I do hope to find some treasures, but I don't know how deep I'm going to go hunting in garage sales, hoping for a needle in a haystack.
I mean, when I was a kid, my uncle used to find all sorts of crazy shit. Like
I see it posted on Facebook all the time that people are fine. Look at this. I found this normally $150 vintage figure for $2 at a garage sale. And there's almost something about that feels slimy. I know it's not, but it feels like you're buying something from someone who doesn't really know what they have and they could get so much more.
So like if you went to a garage sale and somebody had like Beastafin or whatever the fuck that thing was, and it was like $2, would you be like, listen, I'll level with you. I'll give you $500 for it.
No, probably not. But then I'd feel shitty as I walk away with my. It'd be a combination of joy that I got something like that for cheap, but then a little bit of that's a really shitty thing to do to a person.
Well, that person is probably watching you walk away and be like, can't believe that sucker bought that stupid thing for $2. What an idiot. So what happened with you in the second shot? You get a little fucked up?
Thursday, I got my second shot, and I was able to stay calm and not panic while I got it.
Yeah, because you hate needles.
Came home, felt fine. I felt great. Like my arm, I was, moving my arm so it didn't get too sore. It was not a bad day. And then about 8:30 Thursday night, I started getting the chills. And they got progressively worse to where I was in sweats and a cardigan under a blanket while the house was 75 degrees, watching TV with Sharon, my teeth chattering and my body uncontrollably shaking.
Do you take any
chills.
Tylenol?
I did when I went to bed. Yeah, I did not long after that. It didn't do anything. I laid in bed until 3 a.m. shivering and shaking, to then where it flipped to me being just all of a sudden just dripping sweat. And then was so out of it on Friday, had a mild fever and just was not myself until about 6 o'clock Friday night. And I'm still having a little bit of a problem with regulating my body temperature and still feeling a little worn down, but it sucked. Thursday night was fucking awful.
That probably means you got a whole bunch of fucking antibodies going. You can go around licking people's buttholes.
I got all the 5G.
Ew.
Has your internet improved?
You talked me out of it, buddy.
That's right, Jeff. Everybody else is going to do the heavy lifting for you.
Yeah, dude. If everyone else has stopped being selfish and will think about what's better for society, we can achieve herd immunity anytime soon, and everything will get back to normal. I tell you what, I'm not slowing any of us down. I'm just trying to be a positive influence and just a positive person during this whole episode.
Well, I found somebody else who was trying to spread a little positivity.
Wait,
do we have voicemails?
This isn't in a voicemail. This was emailed to us under the subject, Pudini returns.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I actually took his title belt, so he can ask me for permission to return since I have his belt.
You don't have the belt of farting.
That's right. He does.
So, people who are new listeners, we used to have the great Pudini and Dan the Man call in and record just pants-shredding farts. Like, farts that you probably couldn't even make by putting your palm to your mouth. Just ruthless, anus-destroying farts. And we would vote on who had the better fart of the week. And it was a real competition. And it just got to the point where we were like, you guys are pretty much just at a draw. You're just you've reached the pinnacle of farting. And I think they might have taken that a little too harshly, because then they both disappeared for a very, very long time. We haven't heard from Dan the Man since. Pudini's been active in the Patreon and stuff. But he sent us an email with an audio recording, which I haven't listened to yet. And, oh my God, I just opened up the file on the iPad, and this looks like a real blaster. Just looking at the wavelengths on it. So you guys prepared? Would you like to hear some Pudini farting? He has titled this file, Ass Queefing Warlord. That sets the stage for you.
All right. This is going to be sounds like a fucking death metal song.
Remember me?
Man, that last bit at the end sounds like fireworks. It sounds like at the 4th of July when it hits the grand finale.
Well done. Remember me.
Man, oh, that takes me back. What a blessed
The good old days. Back when America was great.
I mean, it looks like he sent 2 more. So, Why not,
Just gonna
right? Unless
Blast
this
us
is,
off.
hopefully he just didn't accidentally send the same thing.
He's been
Oh,
trying
you know what?
for a while to send it to us.
It looks like it might be the same one. Let's listen to the end of it.
Remember me?
Yeah, same one. Is this one different? Nope, I think it's the same thing. All right, maybe he just did send one. But
So glad to hear him return.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad
I missed his ass.
his anus is still functioning, you know? All right, well. My bad. I thought there was going to be more of those.
Yeah, I thought we were getting at least 10 minutes of Houdini commentary. Well, ass commentary. Assmentary? No.
Keep
Tried to
going.
blend
I
them.
like this.
Didn't work. No. Wait. Anal Terry. Nah.
Anal Terry.
That's all I got. I tap out.
I do have some emails.
Let's do it.
Additional emails. I like it.
Yeah.
Can't catch that.
This one comes from Jason, who says, might be presumptuous of me, but I thought I'd recommend a short homework assignment, Defunct Land, the history of the Nickelodeon Hotel. It's only a 20-minute video, but it encompasses Jeff's love of documentaries and everyone's nostalgia for Nickelodeon. He included the YouTube link. Thought it was interesting. Hopefully you guys do too. If not, fuck me. From the Butcher of Bakersfield. And he said, P.S. My brother is naming his soon-to-be-born son Maverick.
Fuck yes.
I won't ever be able to say his name without internally hearing Kevin's voice shitting on that, quote, Plain School movie. Top Gun rules. Suck it, Kevin. Just kidding. Love all you guys. But seriously, my nephew is destined to fly a fighter jet inverted and celebrate by singing karaoke at the local bar.
Fuck yes, he is.
So I don't even know the story of I'd never heard of a Nickelodeon hotel, but I don't know. I could be down to watch a 20-minute YouTube video on it.
I'm into it.
I mean, it's 20 minutes. I'll give it a shot. I feel like I didn't do the other voicemailer or emailer, whoever gave us homework last time. I didn't listen to the Judgment Night soundtrack yet. Did you guys listen to it yet?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I mean,
wow, this guy.
I have listened to it.
Lost a listener.
I listened to it when I was a kid. It was dope. I liked it. Oh, you got one from the Bat Dad, who wants to hit us with a random brain question.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for today's random brain question.
So Bat Dad says, we have all wondered this. It needs to be answered. Ray from Everybody Loves Ray, Jerry from Seinfeld. Both possess the power of the Hulk. Who wins? Fucking Bat Dad.
I'm going Ray Romano.
I am too.
I was called cerebral palsy Ray Romano, which is one of the funniest things I've ever heard said about me. It's almost a compliment. Ray Romano is so fucking successful. His character in his show, he was a sports writer that went to St. John's University. That's what I do. I'm a sports writer, and I went to St. John's University. I fucks with Ray Romano. My brother quotes "Everyone loves Raymond" or "Everybody loves Raymond" all the time. Like Cheech loves "Everybody Loves Raymond." Had every episode. Had the special collectors season package, like the whole series. The special collector season or series collection. Excuse me. So we're Everyone Loves Raymond household. Always have been, more so than Jerry Seinfeld. I haven't watched a lot of Ray Romano, but I'm definitely going to defer to him in this one.
It does
I don't want to
seem
say
like
something really offensive, but I won't.
Seinfeld always tends to shy away from conflict. I don't think Ray is much of an ass kicker, but I don't know.
Jerry is less of an ass kicker.
Way less.
I feel like Jerry gets a lot of pussy, and Ray is married and might not get a lot of booty, so he could have some pent-up sexual frustration. So once he defeats Hulk Seinfeld, he also has sex with his butt.
I wonder how many girls Seinfeld in real life was getting during his heyday. Because he was single, right? Wasn't he linked up with some like 18-year-old when he was like in his mid-40s? So he was kind of getting out there and about there.
Yeah, probably. In New York?
I mean, I just
I'm
wonder.
guessing he did well. He had to have done well.
Right? I mean, like when Seinfeld was on TV every night or whatever, he probably could have cleaned up. I just wonder what those numbers look like.
If he was single and going for it, I'm sure they were impressive.
I mean, probably not me on Tinder in the early 2010s, but I hear him. Just kidding.
All right, well.
Obviously. I don't know if Tinder is around.
I believe we have reached that point once again, my friends.
It's our podcast hosting storage fee or storage room. It's getting shorter.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here. We can't afford this.
But we got a lot more space over on Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour, we the OG tier, the first one that kicked us all off, has the mini podcast we do every week, and then the $10 tier has all of our individual shows and our combined shows together. You get your Between Two Flushes, Snack Attacks, Kevin's Nerd Hole, What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Shuddy and Dom, Supermarket Queefs, Masters of the Pooniverse. Yeah, there's more, and there's more coming. So
yeah, they're getting a whole bunch tonight. They're gonna get a free episode, Patreon episode, and I'm gonna do a snack attack or publish my McDonald's spicy and regular crispy chicken sandwich snack attack. So mad content on Patreon.
Yep. And like we said before, don't forget to listen to this week's Easter egg that comes right after the theme song. What else? YouTube. The shows have been up on YouTube. If you want to subscribe to that, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, just call 201-472-0139. And as always, you can just shoot your emails to madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddyboy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. Check out Jeff's other podcast, Fade the Media. Get yourself some Oh Shitto sauce at ohshitto.com and use Puminati as the promo code and get yourself a discount. And Shuddy, I think that's about it, unless you got something.
I do not have anything.
All right, we'll catch you next week, friends. But until next time,
Oh, something!